welcome back to Click Talk, where today we're talking about pain points in the world of AEC. Our first pain point is the AEC app stack. And in particular, talking about Revit, AutoCAD, Bluebeam. Baiju, why don't you talk to us a little bit about what we've seen, what kind of problems we encounter when we have new customers in the AEC environment?
Yeah, so a lot of times what we see is customers don't properly size their computer based on what the person's going to be doing. So for one of our customers, we have kind of three flavors of them. We have the Revit person, what type of computer they would get, an AutoCAD person, and then an administrator. So when we get a new hire request, it will have it designated so we know exactly what type of computer to give the person, because frequently we've seen where somebody that needs to do Revit has a computer that's made for AutoCAD and they complain, hey, this is slow, I can't do my work. So we're working with customers on the lead-in before even the person starts, so they have a good experience when they start at the company, or even for users that are already at the company, maybe they've upskilled themselves and now they're doing Revit and they were used to only be doing AutoCAD. And we tell the customers, hey, you gotta upgrade this person's computer, otherwise they're gonna have a poor experience, they're not gonna be able to deliver the results that you need.
Yeah, and I imagine business owners aren't excited about this prospect of replacing their fleet all at once. What kind of approach do we take if you go to a client and you see like, okay, it's a really mixed bag, and we need to, what kind of replacement cycle would you kind of set up for a new client?
Yeah, so frequently what we're doing is the computers for Revit are really special. So, those unfortunately are expensive and we have to buy them, purpose built for that job role. But the computers for AutoCAD, a lot of times what we'll do is as we replace those, we flow those down to be the admin computers, and then we'll buy new AutoCAD computers. Unfortunately, it's an expensive project, but what we try and do is give you a list of all your assets, and then we plan with you. We're going to replace 3 computers this quarter, 3 computers the next quarter, so that way you can budget it for the next year and have your employees functioning well.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. So that was kind of, you probably, again, something that you're familiar with, something you already know, but bringing us in, we could really assist you with planning this process, kind of deciding which computers are proper for the proper job roles. Maybe you know that already, but mostly kind of pushing past that point, getting the fleet replaced in a way that doesn't destroy your budget.
One other thing we've done for a customer, because they had a very specific need, we actually went out, bought the parts for a computer, put them together, and supplied the computer instead of just going to Dell, Lenovo, or something like that. So we're like Avi said, we're very familiar with the AEC industry, and we know what computer will work well for what application. So
yeah, that's a good point. We will link to that custom build that we did for this client. It's an amazing workstation. We'll link to that video. Okay, so thank you very much. That was the end of the first part. We're just talking about like the AEC app stack. Next, we're going to talk about how we deal with massive project files, how we deal with like a LAN that's slow, and then even worse, if you're remoting in, how these project files could really slow you down on the VPN.